Cliff FC in South Florida, Deerfield Beach. And here's the man. Get in there, Mr. Taylor. Yeah, we're back again. Round two. PFL MMA Championships. So today's media day. What is it like for you just to be a part of this? This is something special, something big time. Do you even prepare for something like this, or you just come in and just go with it?
I just woke up.
So did I.
Just coming to go with it, yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about the opportunity, what's going on here, because the big day, November 25th, Madison Square Garden, ESPN Plus, pay-per-view. You're going for the PFL World Championship and that $1 million.
I want to say that it's a very surreal feeling, but at the same time, I feel like I was prepared for it. So it's not like super overwhelming to me. It feels organic. It feels like it's supposed to happen this way. It feels like everything is coming into fruition in the way that I envisioned it.
What has the training been like the last several weeks, just getting ready for all this? And we still got some time to go. How do you mentally just stay in focus for this whole thing?
I'd say the training specifically for this fight has been normal. I treat it just like any other fight. The only difference between this fight and any other fight that I've had thus far in PFL is I actually know who I'm fighting. So people get to see what I can do when I prepare for somebody, you know, and what I'm capable of after preparing for somebody. And that's it. Staying focused isn't the hardest part about this. It's more so being, I would say, smart in how I train. Because being focused and being consistent is super easy for me. But being smart in how I train now is what it's all about, you know?
How different is that, knowing your opponent? Because you've taken fights, even the last fight, you beat Rory. And that was just something where that's been your mojo, that's been your MO, where you just come in there like, all right, yeah, I'll fight tomorrow, I'll fight in a few days. But this is totally different.
Yeah, it's different when you have to prepare for a person that I would say you know you're gonna fight, because you kind of got to deal with all the mental BS that comes with it. Like, oh man, this guy's gonna do this, or this guy might do that, or this guy might do this. And at the end of the day, it's just like taking a short notice fight. You're gonna go out there, you're gonna fight this guy, you're gonna throw some stuff, he's gonna throw some stuff, you try your best not to get hit, and one person's gonna walk out with more money than the other person. So it's really good.
Cliff FC, formerly Sanford MMA, formerly Hard Knocks 365. What can you say about the coaching here, the training here, Henry Hoop, Greg Jones, the whole team, everybody involved?
Coaching here is great. The training here is amazing. I feel like what Cliff FC offers is, like, coaching-wise, is they do their best to make everybody hold each other accountable as a team, like similar to like a brotherhood almost, where each one teach one, if that makes sense. And they really focus on not specifically training for specific people who are fighting, if that makes sense. They put it in your mind that at the end of the day you have to go out there and fight, and you're just gonna have to perform your best. And one thing that we really take serious is making sure that when people fight us, win, lose or draw, they're gonna see that this team is just full of dogs, you know. So they really focus on being methodical in the training, as well as like preparing us mentally for the fight. That makes sense.
You're South Florida's own. You're from here. So what is it like? You have this great facility right here in South Florida, and just being able to not only represent this facility, but you're representing South Florida.
I feel like this facility being in South Florida where I'm from is amazing, because it's basically like a one-stop shop. It's like the Mecca right now. It's like this, like Cliff FC is like the Mecca of MMA, like at least in South Florida. I mean, of course you have Coconut Creek up the street, but I feel like that's nothing compared to this. And I feel like this specific team is really coming into its own, developing its own rhythm, and everybody peers developing their own personality and character. Like there isn't like specific cliques or anything like that. Like everybody knows everybody, everybody's respectful of everybody, and everybody works with everybody. So I feel like that right there alone makes the biggest difference.
Now you're friends with Jason the Ass Kicking Machine Jackson right here. That's right. So how much pro wrestling talk is there between you two?
Oh man, me and JJ always talk about pro wrestling. He always comes in the gym and talks about after he just watched WWE, and we try to sometimes come up here and think of ideas to make new videos of us in the cage doing WWE moves and stuff. Yeah.
Have you thought about tag teaming?
Hey, I could tag him in anytime. Heck yeah.
And you're an accomplished amateur wrestler. And tell us a little bit about the story of how you got started with amateur wrestling. Did it stem from you being a pro wrestling fan?
Actually, yeah. It was like I was already into sports, and I was watching WWE, and I was like, man, I want to see what this wrestling stuff is really about. So I go to a wrestling team, and it was not anything that I thought it was going to be. Like, the first day I was in there, I remember this kid that was in there, his name was Slim. They called him Slim. He was the nicest kid ever. Came up to me, shook my hand. I'd have no wrestling shoes. I just came in there to just see what it was about. He's like, hey, give me some pants. I was like, yeah. Give me some shoes. I was like, yeah. He came in there, started wrestling me, and he took me down. I was like, what the freak? What's going on? And he's like, base up. And I was like, base up? What's that? And he's like, when you get on all fours. I was like, okay, base up. He throws some hooks in and banana splits me. And I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, my first day
no
there.
Kicks, no punching, no eye gouging, no body slams, no clothesline.
This is before I even knew about what's going on? Just banana splits me, like I couldn't walk right for like the next day. It was crazy.
How long then did it take you just to get acclimated and all that? What made you stay? Because it wasn't professional wrestling.
Well, what made me stay was when I came in there to watch them wrestle. I kind of liked the rhythm and the flow of everything that they had going on in there. It was very interesting to watch. It was almost like a dance, but it wasn't like dancing. I really liked it. The first thing I think I saw was like a high crotch to a double. And I was like, whoa, that was like so fluid. Like he did it so effortlessly. Like, what's going on? Like I've never seen it before. And I was like, I like this. I think I'm gonna stick to it.
And then you got to tell us some of your favorite pro wrestlers.
All right, so we have, of course, Randy Orton. I was a big Batista fan growing up too as well.
The Animal Batista!
Yeah, I was a big Batista fan. It was interesting seeing him like playing movies after doing WWE. Who else is that? Oh, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio was my god for a really long time. Rey Mysterio. He'd just come in there and just do all types of fancy flips and tricks, and he was like the shortest person out there, knocking out big dudes. And then the Great Khali, of course. Crazy. Yeah. I love
Did you ever get to go see a show down here or anywhere?
Nah, I never got to see a show down here, no. If I get a chance, I'll probably go check out a show.
Well, after you win the $1 million, win the championship in November, WWE is coming to Miami.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, right. Formerly American Airlines Arena, where the Heat played.
Okay.
Late December, I want to say the 29th, for a big show down there. So maybe get a chance. We'll see.
I'm about to plan
the champ coming down.
Most definitely.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.